Yes, good morning everyone. I am Dr. Pathik Dodia, Assistant Professor English from Sri GK and CK Bosomia Arts and Commerce College, Jodhpur. The research paper is entitled as India 2047, Navigating the Path to a Sustainable and Inclusive Future. This research paper imagines what India might be like in the year 2047, which is 100 years after gaining independence from the shackles of the Britishers. The main areas in this paper are looked at are how India is moving towards being more sustainable, that means taking care of environment, advancement in the technology, growth of economy, and being inclusive socially, treating everyone very fairly. So these are the major points or major concerns I have covered here. In this study, it is very important to study the aspects like economy, technology, environment, education, healthcare, and governance. According to me, these are the most important features for any country who is especially a developing one like India. So in this paper I have discussed what is happening nowadays, and it is also a future prediction that what might happen in the near future and how we can expect a greater picture, a complete picture of India, how India would look like in the year 2047. So in this narrative of India's journey towards progress and development, I have covered the special significance marking the centenary of its hard-fought independence. So this is all about what I have covered in my research paper. Thank you everyone for listening to me. Have a nice day.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I am Dhruvi Vora from Marwadi University, working as an assistant professor as well as I am PhD scholar under Saurashtra University. Today I am here to present my research paper and particularly talking about my abstract. The title of my research paper is Exploring Inner Motives Through Expressionism in Silent Patient, written by Alex Michaelidis. The abstract goes like this. This research dwells into the intricate psychological landscape of Alicia, the protagonist of Alex Michaelidis' The Silent Patient. Departing from the traditional narrative techniques such as confessional diaries, this study proposes the utilization of expressionism as a more nuanced approach to depict the Alicia's inner motives through a qualitative textual analysis supplemented by insight from the author. This research aims to unravel the layers of Alicia's psyche and her deliberate choice of silence following a traumatic event. By explaining the novel through an expressionist lens, this seeks to study the underlying emotions, symbolism, and motives that contribute to the richness of Alicia's character and the thematic depth of the narrative. So basically here I am talking about the novel The Silent Patient, where the protagonist is Alicia. She has two mediums to express her inner feelings or the tragedy that she has undergone, and here she uses paintings as well as diary. So one is expressionism theory, which has been used where she uses art to express herself, and the other is diary, that is confessionalism. Now here in my research I'm trying to examine how expressionist the art is used by Alicia as a more powerful lens to express out the reality and her thoughts than to confessionalism. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. KJ Jala. I am recently I am currently working of Department of Psychology, Shiv Arts College, Ahmedabad, Gujarat. I presenting my research paper in the field of psychology. My research topic is a study of type D personality and depression among two major diseases. One, coronary heart disease, the short form of CHD, and second one, kidney patient. Both are very higher major disease. Total sample of this research is 120, 60 CHD patient and 60 kidney patient. I collecting the data two major city in the Gujarat. One is Ahmedabad, second one is Gandhinagar. The research tool for type D personality scale was measured by John Danolet. He is in Netherlands, but I also in my MPhil and PhD use Gujarati version, standardized, after then used Gujarati version, standardized by me and Dr. Yogesh H. Jackson, head of the department, Saurashtra University, Rajkot. And depression scale was measured by Leonard R. and Dara Gratis. It is one of the famous scale. After in the short, I say in the my result in the short, the finding of the study revealed that there was a significant difference. There was a significant difference between type D personality and depression, and also male and female. The correlation between type D personality and depression is very high, positive correlation, and also significant difference, 0.82. Thank you.
My name is Hadiyar Kajal. I am a student of FIBA from Kanshagra Mahila College, Rajkot. The title of my presentation is Let the Road Be Burned. For this presentation, I choose a Sanskrit story. I also translate it into English. The roots of my story is in a great scripture Bhoj Prabandha composed by a great scholar Ballar. In this story, he also described the conversation between the king Bhoj and Kalidas. In a story, there were a grand royal assembly where King Bhoj announced that if any person make a raju from Bhashma, he will give them 1,000 of rupees. After hearing, all the citizens tried to make it, but anyone can't get success. After that, Kalidas come ahead. He take a raju, put into plate, then he burns a raju. After burning whole raju, it turns into bhasma. This bhasma takes shape of raju. Kalidas also revealed it to King Bhoja. After seeing, King Bhoj become overjoyed and give a purushkara to Kalidasa. It teaches that most of time people tend to keep traditional padarthas and praktis in mind while making something. But it doesn't necessarily mean success everywhere. We should understand that everywhere all is not good. In such situation, we should think contrary. In story, Kalidas tells that Mami Vanu Sharan Pragyo Viruddham Manyat Kvachita Bhashma Bhavatu no Raju Rajur Bhashma Bhavati. That means a wise man like me who follows Raju, if it doesn't turn to Bhasma, then Bhasma to Raju. Sometimes should think the opposite. Sometimes many situations we face in our life but can't get a solution of it. But that doesn't mean that problem have no solution. We should think contrary and try to find solution. One has to constantly remember that nothing is impossible in the world for manly and a wise man. Only try to solve problem by finding such a different way, and solution also come out. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Rudri Dave, studying in BA second year. I am an English literature student of KSN Kansagra Mahila College. Today, I am going to share my view on the novel Two States, The Story of My Marriage by Chetan Bhagat. I think this novel is the fantastic one that I would ever read. Love marriages around the world are simple. Girl loves boy, boy loves girl, they get married. But in India, there are a few more steps. Girl loves boy, boy loves girl, girl has to love boy's family, boy has to love girl's family, girl's family has to love boy's family, boy's family has to love girl's family. Girl and boy still love each other, they get married. Welcome to Two States, a story of Krish and Ananya. They are from two different states, deeply in love and want to get married. Of course, their parents do not agree to convert their love story into a love marriage. The couple have a tough battle in front of them. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Sala Jignashaba Prithvirajsi. I am from SMTKS and Kansagra College, SYBSM 4. So today, I am speaking about my view on the novel To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Truman Capote, a famous critic, shared his thoughts on this novel. Someone rare has written this very fine novel, a writer with the liveliest sense of life and the warmest, most authentic humor, a touching book and so funny, so likable. Harper Lee's novel To Kill a Mockingbird is a timeless exposition of various themes including destruction of innocence, courage, prejudice, childhood innocence and social inequality. Through the experiences of characters like Scout and Jem, readers are confronted with the harsh realities of racism and injustice in the deep south of the 1930s. Lee's masterful storytelling captures the moral complexities of human nature and society, making the novel a touching reflection on the moral nature of humanity. To Kill a Mockingbird stands as a compelling testament of Harper Lee's ability to weave together complex themes with powerful storytelling. Through the lens of childhood innocence, shattered by the harsh realities of prejudice and injustice, Lee invites readers to confront the moral complexities of human nature and society. As we journey alongside Scout and Jem, we are reminded of the enduring importance of courage, empathy and the pursuit of justice in the face of adversity. Ultimately, To Kill a Mockingbird remains not only a literary classic, but also a timeless exploration of the enduring struggle of compassion and understanding in an imperfect world. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Vidhi Vekaria. I am studying in TYBA in Srimati KSN Kansagra Mahila College. My topic is Top Key Elements from Murder in the Cathedral by T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot, in his wonderful play, given some key elements which I am presenting here. Thomas Becket's unflattering commitment to his faith and his refusal to compromise his principles showcase the struggle of individual and moral integrity. Murder in the Cathedral explores the concept of martyrdom and the dilemmas it poses. It presents Becket as a martyr figure who voluntarily accepts his fate, shows the complexity of martyrdom in Murder in the Cathedral. This play highlights the importance of effective communication and the potential impact of language in shaping individuals and events by the power of language and rhetoric. The concept of destiny and the sense of inevitability surrounding Becket's murder emphasizes the inevitability of fate. This theme underscores the play's exploration of free will, moral choices, and acceptance of one's destiny. The conflict between religious and political power, focusing on the relationship between Thomas Becket, the Archbishop of Canterbury, and King Henry II, is bring attention to the power struggle between church and state in Murder in the Cathedral. Ultimately, Murder in the Cathedral doesn't provide definitive answer, but rather invites contemplation and discussion on themes like the nature of martyrdom and sacrifice, the complexity of faith, power and responsibility, the clash between church and state, the search for meaning and forgiveness. By leaving the conclusion open-ended, Eliot encourages audience to grapple with these profound questions and find their own interpretations. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Khushi Seth. I am studying in DYPA in Kansagra Mahila College, Rajkot. Today, I am going to present one important topic, that is critically appreciating a character of Nora in a doll's house. This paper shows how Nora is seen weak and inside and strong outside in a starting phase, and when she is seen to be strong from inside, she is weak outside. Ibsen shows Nora as an exemplification for women of old time. Nora struggles in her life after taking extreme steps to leave Helmer's house, but when she already gains courage from inner side of her, she will overtake her inner weak part. Her strong portion from within is enough to showcase her weak part. If a person is strong from outside, then it is superficial thing. This thing is like that person wants to show off that he or she is strong. But if a person is strong enough from inside, then he or she doesn't need to show off that he or she is strong. On the very first part, it is seen that Nora is praising of Helmer too much to Mrs. Linde. Nora thinks that she will always have a support of Helmer throughout her life. But in reality, she also feels afraid of losing Helmer, that if he comes to know about forgery incident, then what will happen next? So basically, she tries to cover up her weak part within by overpraising him more and more. We, as readers of A Doll's House, finds Nora's situation is also seen in today's time. Time to time, this type of situation takes a new time. Through her journey, Ibsen presents a powerful critique of patriarchal norms and offers a vision of emancipation for women striving for equality and self-realization. Mostly, man tried to prove himself superior than woman. Helmer is seen as an example of superior man, or he is seen as a male-dominant figure. The society of 19th century was male-dominant, and thus Nora is multifaceted character whose development highlights challenges faced by women in late 19th century. Thank you everyone.
Hello everyone, I am Kajal Sandhani and I am studying in TYBA in Kansagra Mahila College, Rajkot. I am going to present a book review on the novel The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. The Old Man and the Sea is one of Hemingway's most enduring works, published in 1952. For this work, he got a Nobel Prize in 1954. The novel explores themes such as courage, pride and respect, relationship between human and nature, etc. The book's title, Old Man and the Sea, suggests the critical thematic role that age plays in the story. Setting of novel is the Gulf Stream waters of the coast of Cuba. In the novel, story is about an old man named Santiago, who is a fisherman, and his battle with marlin. There are many symbols in novel like sea, stars, sun, a baseball player, Joe DiMaggio, etc. There are many characters in the novel. In the novel, author also shows nature as a character. Many minor characters like Martin, Patrico, and Joe DiMaggio, etc. Santiago is an elderly Cuban fisherman who has not caught any fish in 84 days. He hasn't caught any fish in 84 days. Even so, he didn't give up his hope, and at last he returned with skeleton of marlin, and that's why he is a symbol of strength. The marlin is one of the main characters of the novel. It's interesting that the character marlin isn't a person but a giant 18 feet long fish who battles with Santiago in the middle of ocean for 3 days. Manolin, a young Cuban boy who fished with Santiago since he was a child. Santiago first looked him out on a boat when he was merely 5 years old. He cares of Santiago's old age life. Marlene looks up Santiago as a teacher, a father figure, and a hero. He is kind, thoughtful, and as interested in fishing and baseball as Santiago. There is one line in the novel spoken by Santiago that is, "Every day is a new day." It shows, keep doing hard work and never give up. The line also reflects the Santiago's philosophy of life, which is both optimistic and humble. Thank you.
Greetings to all. I am Prachi Mehta and currently I am pursuing my bachelor's degree in Srimati Kansagra Mahila College. So, topic of my paper is Echoes of the Mind, a journey into character psyche in A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. A Tale of Two Cities focuses on the psychological depth of the inner turmoil of its own characters. The paper focuses on the main 4 characters of the novel: Sidney Carton, Charles Darnay, Dr. Alexander Manet, and Madame Defarge. Paper shows the psyche of each and every characters and the change they undergo. The conclusion of A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens, a tragic yet hopeful. One writer explored the character's thought and experience. It's also a journey through minds of character. At the end, the famous line from the novel, that is, it was the best of the time, it was the worst of the time. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the age of spring of hope. It was the age of winter of despair. Reflects the duality of the era. The contrasting setting of the London and Paris during the French Revolution create a backdrop that shapes the character's psyche. The paper explored the psychological motivation and the inner lives of the novel characters. Dickens was influenced by Caroline's The French Revolution in A Tale of Two Cities, and yet Dickens' outlook, revolutionary violence, differs significantly from that Caroline War. Characters' dialogue provide a window through character psyche. Tell the wind that stopped the fire, where to stop not me. Madame Defarge dialogue reveals her determination for revenge. Charles Dickens is the one of the most popular novelists and social critic belonging of Victorian age. He was also a journalist and essayist. Among these many works, A Tale of Cities is his only work which contains historical background. Thank you.
હું ટાટમિયા ધારા શ્રીમતી કેસન કણસાગરા મહિલા કોલેજ TYBA માં અભ્યાસ કરું છું. મારા નિબંધનો વિષય છે વિકસિત ભારત @2047 માય વિઝન. સોને કી ચિડિયા કહેવાતો આપણો ભારત દેશ આજે વિશ્વગુરુ બનવા જઈ રહ્યો છે ત્યારે આધુનિક યુગમાં ભારતે હજારો વર્ષ જૂની સભ્યતા, સંસ્કૃતિ અને ઇતિહાસને સાચવીને વિકાસના પંથે સતત પ્રગતિ કરી છે. આઝાદીનો અમૃતકાળ ભારતને સુશાસિત, સુવ્યવસ્થિત, સુરક્ષિત અને સ્વાવલંબી ભારતના નિર્માણ તરફ લઈ જઈ રહ્યો છે. આવનારા 25 વર્ષ દરેક વ્યક્તિના સપનાનું ભારત બનાવશે અને અમારા સ્વપ્નનું ભારત વિશ્વગુરુ બની સત્તા અને શાસન ધરાવશે. દરેકના હૃદયમાં વિકસિત ભારત, શ્રેષ્ઠ ભારત. જય હિન્દ, જય ભારત.
My name is Somya Pratna. Right now I am pursuing my bachelor degree in English in Kansagra Mahila College. My research paper's topic is the conflict between state and spirituality in modern cathedral and the Mahabharata. The conflict between state and spirituality in all ages and time, the paper focuses on the same in modern cathedral by T.S. Eliot and the Mahabharata, the epic by Ved Vyas. This conflict is the paramount theme in modern cathedral and the Mahabharata. In both works, we witness the confrontation between secular authorities and spiritual principles as the character navigate the complexities of power and faith. The conflict between state and spirituality in modern cathedral. In modern cathedral, this conflict is exemplified through the power and duel between King Henry II and the Archbishop Thomas Becket. Becket's unwavering commitment to his religious principle clashes with the secular jurisdiction of the state, leading to a profound confrontation between church and the crown. This dispute underscores theme between secular and spiritual power. This conflict is struggle for supremacy between the secular authority of the state, represented by the character of King Henry II, and the spiritual authority of the church, personified by the character of Archbishop Becket. This play is inspired by the historical events leading up to Becket's murder in Canterbury Cathedral in 1170. Through the portrayal of this struggle of power, the author explores themes such as duty, loyalty, and dedication towards God. The last temptation is the greatest treason, to do right deed for the wrong reason, caught by Archbishop Thomas Becket. The conflict between state and spirituality in Mahabharata. In the epic Mahabharata, this conflict is portrayed through every character of the epic, who serves both as ruler of state and the spirituality in life. In Mahabharata, the pious prince Yudhishthira is the central figure and eldest to Pandava's brother. He is known for his noble virtues of integrity, fidelity to dharma or righteousness, wisdom and compassion. Yudhishthira's character is defined by honesty and his commitment to moral principles even in the hardest time of his life. He has always followed the path of dharma and spirituality. The conflict between state and spirituality is often depicted in the epic. Yudhishthira, in Kurukshetra war, he pleads with the words to his guru Drona to demoralize him. He forges the news of Ashwasthama's death to turn the tide of the battle. This moment summarizes the struggle between fulfilling one's duty as ruler and the adhering to spiritual principles of righteousness. He uttered the words to preserve his spiritual principles so that he would not deviate from his morals, which is Asvasthama hataha iti narva kunjurva. Yudhishthira's decision reflects the difficulty of navigating the tension between worldly concerns and moral ideas in pursuit of ambition. Thank you.
ગુડ મોર્નિંગ, નમસ્કાર. મારું નામ ગુંજાલ ગામી છે. હું આસિસ્ટન્ટ પ્રોફેસર તરીકે SS પટેલ કોલેજ ઓફ ફિઝિકલ એજ્યુકેશન વલ્લભ વિદ્યાનગર આણંદ ખાતે ફરજ નિભાઈ રહ્યો છું. આજનો મારો રિસર્ચનો ટૉપિક છે વધુ વજનવાળા લોકોના શરીરની ચરબીની ટકાવારી ઘટાડવા માટે એરોબિક કસરતની ભૂમિકા શું છે, જેમાં ટૂંકસાર એબ્સ્ટ્રેક્ટ તરીકે વર્તમાન અભ્યાસનો હેતુ વધુ વજનવાળા લોકોમાં શરીરની ચરબી ટકાવારી ઘટાડવા એરોબિક કસરતની ભૂમિકા શોધવાનો હેતુ છે. આ અભ્યાસ માટે આણંદ જિલ્લાના વિદ્યાનગર શહેરની સામાન્ય વસ્તીમાંથી 35 થી 45 વર્ષની વચ્ચેના વયવાળી પુરુષ તથા સ્ત્રીઓનો સમાવેશ કરવામાં આવ્યો હતો, પસંદગી કરવામાં હતી. વિષય 2 જૂથમાં વહેંચવામાં આવ્યા હતા, પ્રાયોગિક જૂથ અને નિયંત્રણ જૂથ. પ્રાયોગિક જૂથ અને નિયંત્રણ જૂથમાં બંને જૂથની અંદર 20-20 આમ ટોટલ 40 પુરુષ અને મહિલાનો આ અભ્યાસની અંદર સમાવેશ કરવામાં આવ્યો છે. પ્રસ્તુત અભ્યાસમાં વિષયની પસંદગી હેતુલક્ષી અને રેન્ડમલી સેમ્પલ ટેકનિક લાગુ કરવામાં આવી હતી. શરીરની ચરબીની ટકાવારી માપવા માટે બોડી કમ્પોઝિશન મશીન અને એના કમ્પોનન્ટનો ઉપયોગ કરવામાં આવ્યો હતો. બોડી કમ્પોઝિશન મશીન વિશ્લેષણ હુના BMI નોર્મલ ટેબલનો ઉપયોગ કરવામાં આવ્યો હતો. BMIની ગણતરી સૂત્રો અનુસાર અમે સરળતાથી BMI કાઢવામાં આવ્યું હતું. પ્રાયોગિક સારવાર તરીકે પૂર્વ પરીક્ષણ મૂલ્યાંકન પછી એરોબિક કસરતની પ્રાયોગિક જૂથ 8 વીક સુધી ટ્રેનિંગ આપવામાં આવી હતી, જેની અંદર ટ્રેનિંગની અંદર 3 સિસ્ટમથી ટ્રેનિંગ આવવાની હતી, બિગનિંગ, ઇન્ટરમીડિયટ અને એડવાન્સ. જેની અંદર બિગનિંગની અંદર 2 વીક, ઇન્ટરમીડિયેટની અંદર 2 વીક અને એડવાન્સની અંદર 4 વીક. આમ ટોટલ 8 વીકની અંદર તાલીમ આપવામાં આવી હતી એરોબિક્સની અલગ અલગ. તાલીમ આપ્યા પછી તફાવત દેખાવામાં આવ્યો કે પ્રી ટેસ્ટ અને પોસ્ટ ટેસ્ટ કે શરીરની ચરબીની ટકાવારીમાં માપન કર્યા બાદ
તફાવત જોવા મળ્યો હતો. આંકડા વિશ્લેષણના આધારે એવું તારણ કાઢવામાં આવ્યું હતું કે એરોબિક કસરત વધુ વજનવાળા.
A very good day to my fellow conference attendees. I'm Shivam Bahuguna and I am a PhD scholar of International Relations at South Asian University, and I'm also serving as assistant professor at Jamia Hamdard University. The title of my paper is Gyan Evam Niti, Indian Academia's Diplomatic Potential for Viksit Bharat 2047, and I'll read out the abstract. Academic diplomacy is an emerging concept in the field of international relations. Diplomacy generally occurs through the multi-track model, where track 1 denotes formal channels, track 2 denotes non-formal channels, and track 1.5 denotes hybrid channels. The academia can also take part in the process of achieving a nation's foreign policy goals, especially in the track 1.5 and track 2 mode, pertaining to the sharing of knowledge as well as building channels of communication in academic and related institutional spaces. It can also play an important role in soft power and narrative setting. From the oldest times, India has had multiple systems of knowledge creation and sharing, such as wandering monks and traveling scholars who were an important part of spreading Hindu and Buddhist practices across the world. In the current era too, India also has a vibrant academic community across various disciplines. By combining traditional and contemporary academic setups and with the right investment in educational institutions, India can develop a broad talent pool and a broad corps for academic diplomacy, befitting its rising stature as part of the Viksit Bharat 2047 agenda. Thank you.
Hi all, myself Dr. Asutosh Pradhan from AIPH University, Bhubaneswar. My topic is Youth Empowerment Catalyst for Change in India. Youth refers to all those being aged between 15 to 29 as reflected in National Health Policy 2024. Youth empowerment is the process where children and young people are encouraged to take charge in their lives. Goals of empowerment are positive sense of self, self-control, decision-making, a moral system belief, pre-social considerance. According to the International Labour Organization, youth a demographic almost 1 in 5 person in the world is aged between 15 to 24. In India, our country has the largest youth population in the world, around 66% of all the population. By Malala, the one child, one teacher, one book and one pen can change the world. By Ratan Tata, I urge young people to become entrepreneurs and help creating the job. By Mahatma Gandhi, be the change you want to see the world in. By former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, dream transfer into thoughts and thoughts result in action. Here all of them are considered youth to be the people who are represent the future as a pump of new ideologies as well as energy and skill set which would add a pool of knowledge that is present. For me, the new ideologies are comprised of 8 things: jump to the grassroots level for empowerment, unobeying the support for youth, race for a delightful future, accelerate the process of empowerment, social harmony, social civic involvement, influence and innovation, creating a favorable environment for youth. It's comprises of 8 things. The mnemonics is JURASSIC, Jurassic. The Jurassic era, the dinosaurs have encountered the new world. The youths of India can challenge them to the newer world with new innovation and new practices. The National Youth Day celebrate in 12th of January in the auspicious day of birthday of our Swami Vivekananda ji. Lastly, I want to quote by Swami Vivekananda: "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached." And thus I conclude my abstract of my paper.
I am Dr. S.K. Pambar, NP Arts and Commerce College, Kesod. 2047 Viksit Bharat. My topic: Sustainable Development and Inclusive Growth in Developed India by 2047. A vision and its pathway. By 2047, India aims to achieve developed nation status, marking the centuriest year of its independence. This ambitious goal necessitates aligning economic growth with environmental sustainability and guaranteeing inclusively for the all citizen. This research paper examines the interwoven dynamic and sustainable development and inclusive growth in the context of India 2047. It analyzes key challenges and purpose potential solution, focusing on circular area like green infrastructure, renewable energy, equitable education, and skill development. The paper emphasizes the need for policy and technological innovation and citizen participation as of the transformative journey. Thank you.
નામ પરમાર અનિતા છે. મારા સંશોધનનો વિષય છે ગુજરાતમાં બાળ આરોગ્ય અને બાળ મૃત્યુના વલણનો અભ્યાસ. આજના બાળકો આવતીકાલના રાષ્ટ્રનું ભવિષ્ય છે. બાળકો જન્મથી જ તંદુરસ્ત હશે તો ભવિષ્યમાં તે પોતાના તથા રાષ્ટ્રના વિકાસમાં સર્વશ્રેષ્ઠ યોગદાન આપી શકશે. ભારતના દરેક રાજ્યમાં બાળ આરોગ્યની સ્થિતિ જુદી જુદી જોવા મળે છે. આ સંશોધનના બે હેતુઓ છે. પહેલું, ગુજરાતમાં બાળ આરોગ્યની સ્થિતિ તપાસવી અને બીજું, ગુજરાતમાં બાળ મૃત્યુના વલણો તપાસવા. પ્રસ્તુત સંશોધન વર્ણનાત્મક સંશોધન પદ્ધતિના આધારે કરવામાં આવ્યું છે. ગૌણ માહિતીમાં રજિસ્ટ્રાર જનરલ ઓફ ઇન્ડિયા દ્વારા બહાર પાડવામાં આવેલ સેમ્પલ રજિસ્ટ્રેશન સિસ્ટમ સ્ટેટિસ્ટિકલ અહેવાલ અને રાષ્ટ્રીય કુટુંબ આરોગ્ય સર્વેક્ષણ અહેવાલના આધારે ગુજરાતમાં બાળ આરોગ્યની સ્થિતિ તેમજ બાળ મૃત્યુના વલણો તપાસવામાં આવ્યા છે. સંશોધનના તારણો અનુસાર માત્ર માતાના દૂધ પર આધારિત અને પર્યાપ્ત ખોરાક મેળવનાર બાળકોના પ્રમાણમાં વધારો થયેલ જોવા મળે છે, જ્યારે માતાના દૂધની સાથે ઘન અને અર્ધઘન ખોરાક મેળવતા બાળકોના પ્રમાણમાં ઘટાડો થયેલ જોવા મળે છે. ઊંચાઈની તુલનામાં ઓછું વજન ધરાવતા અને ઊંચાઈની તુલનામાં ગંભીર રીતે ઓછું વજન ધરાવતા બાળકોના પ્રમાણમાં વધારો થયેલ જોવા મળે છે, જ્યારે ઠીંગણા બાળકોના પ્રમાણમાં ઘટાડો થયેલ જોવા મળે છે. તમામ પ્રકારની રસી મેળવતા બાળકોના પ્રમાણમાં વધારો થયેલ જોવા મળે છે. ખાનગી આરોગ્ય સેવાની તુલનાએ જાહેર આરોગ્ય સેવા હેઠળ મોટાભાગની રસી લેવામાં આવતી હતી. 5 વર્ષથી ઓછી ઉંમરના બાળકોના મૃત્યુદર, શિશુ મૃત્યુદર અને નવજાત મૃત્યુદરના પ્રમાણમાં ઘટાડો થયેલ જોવા મળે છે. આમ એકંદર ગુજરાતમાં બાળ આરોગ્યની સ્થિતિ સુધરતી હોય તેવું જોવા મળે છે. થેન્ક યુ.
Hello, Namaste. Myself Dr. Vrishti Joshi, and I am going to present the paper based on the topic India at 75, Financial Literacy of Rural Women in Gujarat State. When India celebrates its 75 years of its independence, how much the rural women of Gujarat State are independent and financially literate? That are the main concept of this paper. We can say that the economic growth and financial literacy are interconnected. Financial literacy must exist for the people who engage in the economy actively. As per the report conducted by the Global Financial Literacy Excellence Center, only 24% of Indian adult population are financial literate. In comparison of the other country, India have to focus on its financial literacy rate. I can say that a person who is financial literate is capable of making wise decision and judgment about to manage their money. Women are the larger part of the society, and their involvement in the financial matter has also increased these days. So there are many various benefits of being financially literate. The first one is the economic growth. The second one is self-independence. The third one is the family well-being. Based on that, the major part of the rural women have to be financially independent and financially literate. After going through many literature review, I decided to write this paper with main two objectives. The first one is to know the financial literacy among rural women, and the second one is to understand the knowledge of financial matters among rural women. After the collecting data and analyzing it, the final concluding remarks, I can say that with various initiatives and programs being executed by the government and other financial bodies, more and more people are becoming aware of the financial management practices. The study also reveals that the women are becoming aware of the financial term and product, but their involvement in the financial decision making still limited. It can be concluded that the government should initiate a few more steps in their directions, so that the maximum and efficient use of the financial market and in instrument will be possible in the case of rural women in Gujarat state. Thank you.
My name is Swati Sohoni. I am a research scholar and I am doing my PhD under the guidance of Dr. Falguni Patel. I am from Department of Clothing and Textiles, Faculty of Family and Community Sciences, the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda. So I'm going to present a poster under the theme Women Empowerment Through Change. So the title of my poster presentation is Threads of Change, Women Empowered Through Handloom. This poster is divided into 4 parts. First is introduction, then women handloom weavers in India, problems faced by the women weavers in India, suggestions for social and economic empowerment of women, then the conclusion and references. So, handloom weaving is basically happens in the rural part of India, and it is not just a skill, but it is an age-old tradition, and it definitely is a powerful catalyst for women's empowerment. So, according to the Handloom Census 2019, female handloom weavers in India make up to around 72% of the handloom weavers, and the majority of the women weavers are located in the following 4 states, that is Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, and Bihar. So this poster highlights how handloom weaving empowers women in India. It discusses their challenges like poverty and gender discrimination, and suggests solutions such as education, healthcare, and entrepreneurship program. The abstract calls for collaborative efforts between government, NGOs, and businesses to create a brighter future where handloom weaving enriches lives and preserves cultural heritage.
Greetings of the day everyone, I am Nikita Parmar and I am presenting the poster presentation on Unraveling Kanchipuram Silk Sarees about history, weavers and sustainability. This abstract explores the fascinating story behind Kanchipuram sarees from their ancient origin to their influence on local communities. It highlights how tradition and market trends shape their production, emphasizing how consumer preference drive the industry forward. The main 2 objectives was to study the history and origin of Kanchipuram silk sarees and to study the socio-economic condition of weavers of Kanchipuram town. History says in ancient times skilled weavers in Kanchipuram crafted fabric from cotton, silk and wool, possibly introduced by Pattu Saliyars. Pattu Saliyars is the major community of weaver in Tamil Nadu. Silk weavings revived in the late 18th century after the city's devastation by the French. Temple weavers specialized in creating vibrant saris and other textiles for royal ceremonies and Hindu temple, adding to the region's rich weaving tradition. My study has the socio-economic status of the weavers also, which contains age of the weaver, education of the weaver, living situation of the weaver, housing condition of the weavers, and majorly the income of the weavers per month. Most of weavers, means 40% of weavers, are aged in 41 to 50 years old, and majority are between 31 to 60 years old. Education status was 73.4% have primary education, and 10% completed the secondary educations. A few, means 16.6% are illiterate. Living situation was about two-thirds, 63.4% have their own homes, and the rest means 36.6% on staying on a rent. Housing condition was most weavers 83.3% have enough space, and some means 16.7% living in a cramped quarters. Majority of the weavers are male, which may 90% are male and 10% are female weavers. If we see the income, 70% weavers are earning 5,000 to 10,000 in a month, and only 2% weavers are earning 20,000 and above per month. If we see the sustainability aspect in this study, sustainability would involve ensuring the continued practice of Kanchipuram silk saree weaving while addressing various challenges faced by weavers. It includes preserving the traditional knowledge and techniques through intergenerational transmission within families. The conclusion to study found that while there is still demand for the craft, the number of weavers declining. The study aimed to ensure that craft sustainability because it's essential part of our culture. To keep it alive, and it's crucial to understand its history and preserve its knowledge. Thank you so much.
Hi, I am Dr. Eric Kwasi Eliasen from Ghana with a PhD in guidance and counseling psychology and a PhD in public health. I'm currently with the Desgagak University, pursuing another PhD in public health. And I'm publishing this work with Mr. Thomas Asechab of Ghana, who works with the Father Thomas Alan Rooney Memorial Hospital, Asankragwa. The title of this work is The Influence of Parental Socioeconomic Status on the Sexual Behavior of their Female Adolescent Children. This study adopted a quantitative approach with a cross-sectional survey design. The sample size for this study was 100, with questionnaire as the data collection instrument. The results of the study indicated that the father's employment status was significantly associated with the engagement of sexual behaviors of their female children. The study results also revealed that the education level of the father had a weak association with the female children engagement in sexual intercourse, but the association between the mother and the female adolescent's sexual behavior was insignificant. The study recommends that educated parents must have time to educate their children on their sexual behavior, and also they should encourage their children to visit public health centers where sexual education is given. Thank you.
Hi, this is Lakshmikant Reddy. I have already written one research paper on depression detection using deep learning, and this is a major depression disorder is a single greatest causing disorder that happens among 10% of the people all over the world, and this the symptoms of this depression is due to different reasons, due to the sufferings of the patients from different situations, like they might have seen unforeseen situations, so that situations make them depressed a lot. If they lose their dear ones, the reasons might be some patients might have lost the dear ones in accidents, or some dear ones may be lost in their lives, and some patients might have seen the incidents that are not to be seen. So that might be the different reasons that causes a lot of pain, due to which they become depressed in their lives. They lose hopes. So whatever they speak, or whatever when we talk to them, they always have negativity in their mind. So these patients need to be addressed. There is no such clinical diagnostic treatment for these, but we what we can do is only the psychologists can treat these kind of patients suffering from depression. So we have addressed these using deep learning techniques, and in addition to that, we made use of IoT sensors to address this depression detection. So we made use of conventional neural networks in deep learning that made us to think a lot on this, and we have collected the data that only 10%, most of the 10% of the people all over the world is suffering from such kind of disease. So psychologists, psychiatrists, and psychologists are the person, and moreover, the psychologists can address these kind of problems in addition, along with the help of the artificial intelligence sub branch like deep learning. Thank you.
In this paper provides a detailed exploration of IoT-based technologies, healthcare systems, with a specific focus on ECG monitoring for cardiovascular disease management. It combines hardware implementation, sensor technology, IoT connectivity, and data analysis techniques to develop a comprehensive solution for remote health monitoring and intervention. This implements makes use a patient path estimator, patient table, and alert management schemes within the hospital to facilitate the localization and prompt intervention for the treatment of CVD patients. As a real-time monitoring of patients from various locations remains a critical challenge for IoT-based healthcare system, and the IoT can be used to track the unexpected events occurring in the patient's bodies. The dangerous conditions known as cardiovascular disease, CVD, the underlying cause of majority of illness in the event and any irregularities arise in any health. For many years, variety of techniques have been used to monitor health. The primary concept of the article is that integration of things like cloud, UB and the microcontrollers to gather and process sensor data. The Internet of Things developed into cutting-edge medical technology. Once the temperature, ECG, and SpO2 sensors are connected, microcontroller function as a mini clinic. And here we have used some hardware parts connecting. You can see our model architecture of diagram. And here we used the temperature sensor, heartbeat sensor, blood pressure sensor, and ECG sensor. They are connected to the Arduino UNO. From the Arduino UNO and the Node MCU Wi-Fi module are connected. From the Node MCU and IoT connected to the IoT cloud. From the IoT cloud, we are fetching the data into the ECG data and the pre-processing convolutional layer, fully connected layer, softmax output, and diagnosis results. And this is the benefits of prototype: tangible demonstration, user feedback and iterations, feasibility assessment, showcasing technology integration. And these are drawbacks and challenges: resource intensiveness, optimization challenges, user interface subjectivity. And these are the IoT devices which we are connection of IoT devices. And the ECG sensors are connected to us. And these are the cloud we are using: Adafruit IO and Vedant. Adafruit IO is used to store the data of the SpO2 monitoring and the temperature. And these UV dots are used to store the data of the ECG signals. And we can do that unit testing, conduct unit testing using to verify the functionality of individual models such as IoT sensors integration, data preprocessing, and the CNN model. And here we can see the result from the obtained ECG waveform on the serial plotter of Arduino IDE. We did manual calculations of ECG parameters like RR interval, QRS duration, PR interval, and the QT interval. Then we developed some algorithm based on these calculations to automate the process of finding the ECG parameters. Yeah. The ECG signals intervals, and is the connections of our IoT. And this is the reference papers we have referred. And the medical professionals can view and analyze the sensor data in real time on a smartphone or a tablet thanks to the Blink IoT clouds processing and display for the data. This can aid the doctors diagnosis and take care of critical patients in time. And this is our project.
Hello, myself Dr. Shweta Patel. I am Assistant Professor in Department of Chemistry, R.R. Mehta Science College, Palampur, Gujarat, Banaskantha. My research title name is Optimization of 1,8-naphtapyridine derivatives using ultrasonic method, synthesis, characterization and enhanced properties study. Abstract of my research paper is this increasing concern for environmental sustainability and the need for efficient and green chemical synthesis have driven the development of alternative methods for providing new compounds. Compared to more conventional techniques, ultrasonic irradiation offers improved preparation yields, a quicker reaction time and more comfortable condition. The use of ultrasound sonication is a green and efficient synthesis method that utilizes sound waves to initiate chemical reaction. We optimized various reaction parameters such as solvent, temperature, catalyst amount and reaction time to identify the best reaction condition for the synthesis of the derivatives. Using morpholine as a catalyst in an aqueous condition and the ultrasonic irradiation method, ethyl 2-oxo-4-phenyl 1,2,3,4 tetrahydro 1,8-naphtapyridine 3-carboxylate and its derivatives were synthesized. By taking advantage of these, synthesized compounds were confirmed through IR, 1H NMR, 13C NMR and mass spectra. This method provides us modern green platform to synthesize and optimize ethyl 2-oxo-4-phenyl 1,2,3,4 tetrahydro 1,8-naphtapyridine 3-carboxylate derivatives. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Visit Bharat. I am from राजकोट. मैं माइक्रोबायोलॉजी कर रहा हूँ, BSc फर्स्ट ईयर एट श्री एम वीरानी साइंस कॉलेज राजकोट. तो मैंने आज एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप एंड स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम के ऊपर अपना एक पोस्टर बनाया है जो दर्शाता है कि भारत सरकार है वो स्टार्टअप को भी बहुत ज़्यादा प्रमोट कर रही है, क्योंकि सभी लोग आजकल गवर्नमेंट जॉब की तरफ मुड़ रहे हैं, बट गवर्नमेंट जॉब कम है, 8,000, 9,000, 2,000 सीट्स. उसके सामने जो अप्लाई करने वाले कैंडिडेट हैं वो लाखों की संख्या में, तो सभी को तो जॉब मिल नहीं सकती. इसलिए इंडियन गवर्नमेंट ने अभी क्या किया है, स्टार्टअप को एक आगे बढ़ाया. इसलिए हमारी कंपनी की इकोनॉमिक भी बढ़ेगी और हमारा देश पग पर होगा. जो हम चीज़ें बाहर से इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं वो भी हम इंडिया में बनाएंगे और मेड इन इंडिया और मेक इन इंडिया का नारा लगाएंगे. तो मैं भी एक इस भारत सरकार के प्रयास से स्टार्टअप कर रहा हूँ. मैं भी एंटरप्रेन्योर हूँ. एंटरप्रेन्योर कैसे कहते हैं कि जो कुछ नया करता है. स्टार्टअप है वो पहले से तो इंडस्ट्री सब चल ही रही है, पर उसमें कुछ नया करते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं स्टार्टअप. एंटरप्रेन्योर भी वो है, सब बिजनेस करते हैं पर कुछ अलग वे पे, कुछ अलग तरीके से, कुछ दुनिया से सबको अलग दिखाए, वो एंटरप्रेन्योर. मैं भी इस इंडियन गवर्नमेंट के स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम में एक स्टार्टअप कर रहा हूँ जो है मशरूम कल्टीवेशन का. उससे मशरूम के क्या फ़ायदे हैं, हम कैंसर से भी बचा सकते हैं, विटामिन डी हमको उससे मिलता है और कई ज़्यादा उसके फ़ायदे हैं. बहुत ही अच्छा है हमारे लिए. और भारत सरकार ने स्टार्टअप के लिए कई पॉलिसीज़ बाहर की है. उसमें से एक पॉलिसी मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा, स्टूडेंट स्टार्टअप इनोवेशन पॉलिसी SSIP के थ्रू वो जो कॉलेज में स्टूडेंट है उनको फंड प्रोवाइड करते हैं, जैसे कि 2 से 5 लाख रुपए की वो ग्रांट उसको देते हैं अच्छा आइडिया और अच्छे स्टार्टअप के लिए. तो ये बहुत ही अच्छी बात है. EU सेंटर्स उसने गवर्नमेंट ने बनाए हैं सारी कॉलेजेस में, जैसे कि वो सबको प्रोवाइड कर सके पूरी की पूरी सुविधा और स्टार्टअप को आगे ले जा सकते. थैंक यू. दिस इज फ्रॉम माय साइड.
Good morning to all. I am Dr. Sandil Kumar Rajagopal from Department of Biotechnology, Reva University, Bangalore. So today I am going to talk about, my research work is the myoplast fusion to contribute to muscle growth in development and during regeneration of mature muscle. So in that one, I like to discuss about the adult mammalian skeletal muscle regeneration involves many protein and signaling networks. Cytokines influence skeletal muscle development. Myofibril repair and regeneration depend on cytokine generated by cells of immune system at injury site of muscle. Skeletal muscle is a key generator of cytokines. Muscle-related cytokines, or we can say myokinase, may have endocrine effect on regulation of metabolism. So far, the available reports suggest that myogenic differentiation and regeneration are governed by the autocrine cytokine released by skeletal muscles. Present review focus on the cytokine that express in muscle cells and have a myogenic role. So we, as a cytokine, the research group, cytokine controls the entire myogenic process. How cytokine generate the regulatory networks is an intriguing and crucial topic. To fully explore the therapeutic potential of cytokine, functional studies must pinpoint their in vivo. So final thoughts on the direction for the future. Cytokines secreted by invading immune cells at muscle damage site aid in muscle healing and regeneration. Muscle has been recognized as a major source of cytokine across all families in the past 10 to 15 years, despite the autocrine activities of a few muscle-secreted cytokine being known for much longer. Recently, several cytokines were classified. Source and concentrate determine TNF-alpha signaling pathways and myogenesis effect. Myogenic differentiation is a well-orchestrated process that uses muscle-derived cytokines. Few studies have examined the contribution of muscle-derived cytokine to muscle regeneration in vivo. This information gap is academically intriguing and could hinder the development of more effective stem cell treatment for muscle illness like muscular dystrophy. Nowadays, the CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing should speed up the production of animal with cytokine ablation in skeletal muscle. Some transgenic mice express Cas9 derived human skeleton actin and muscle creatine kinase, which could be exploited to knock out or downregulate cytokine genes in muscle via secreted gRNAs. Muscle-specific stimulation of cytokine gene expression can be informative and therapeutically beneficial. Combination of Cas9 and SANTAC with CREAT promoters can activate muscle-specific genes. So, therefore, the source of cytokine can affect its activity observed with the TNF-alpha, IL-6 and IFN-1. So, therefore, we wanted to note that how does the muscle cell use biochemical and biological process to signal distinct cytokines? How are the muscle-derived cytokine expressed and do they have hierarchical structure? Whereas, does cytokine signaling regulate myogenesis? How varied a small muscle cell population, cytokine production and reaction. So, combination of computational modeling and multi-pronged experimental approaches may help unravel a complex regulatory.
Good evening. I, Dr. Asha Joshi, welcomes all of you, and I am here to present my presentation on the event, a virtual conference in Amritkal on Viksit Bharat at 2047. So this is the basically festival of sharing knowledge by leaders and ideas of youth. So I am also one of from them. So I would like to present my research paper in this conference. So here we are. My topic is the synthesis, spectral studies, and antimicrobial activity of mercaptopyrimidine derivatives. So basically, this theory and this study is based on studies of spectral activities as well as antimicrobial activity of such kind of mercaptopyrimidine derivatives, and their analytical data have been also analyzed. So in detail, we are going to look over the paper that we have presented in this conference. So I will just have a basic idea
why these mercaptopyrimidines? So these pyrimidines scaffolds have varied applications in pharmacological industries, and they also have shown a very good biological activities. They are responsible for building blocks of deoxyribonucleic acids and ribonucleic acids. A wide range of therapeutic activities also have been observed in a pyrimidine, which are found in some natural products such as vitamins and nucleic acid, and they have shown a remarkable biological importance. If we talk about the pyrimidine, they will not be enough. So let us show everyone how did I synthesize the pyrimidine derivatives. So this is the major scheme that I have synthesized. That is, I have taken imidazole moiety and I have add acetophenone derivatives. Then after I kept it for stirring in presence of 20% alkali solution. So I got a chalcone derivatives in which I added thiourea in presence of alcoholic potassium hydroxide solution, and I kept it for reflux at 120 degrees Celsius for about 6 to 7 hours. And I got this mercaptopyrimidine derivatives. So these mercaptopyrimidine compound have been synthesized in two steps, and after synthesis, I have checked its spectral studies where I have done IR, NMR, mass, and then after I have checked its antimicrobial activity as well. So here you can find the antimicrobial activity in which the group 2b compound have shown a very remarkable activity against gram-negative bacteria. Then group C, compound C have shown against E. coli, and then compound D have shown against gram-negative bacteria Salmonella typhi. So in this way, all these compounds have shown a very good remarkable activity. This is the compounds which shown activity against standard drugs, and thus I would like to conclude that pyrimidine shows a very good importance in the field of pharmaceutical technology, and I appreciate all who participate in such events. Thank you very much.
I am Dr. Ami Patel, Assistant Professor, Chemistry Department, R.R. Mehta, College of Science, and C.L. Parikh, College of Commerce, Palanpur, Banaskantha District, North Gujarat. Today, the title for the research paper at the conference at Viksit Bharat at 2047 is optimization of 1,8-naphthyridine derivative using ultrasonic method, synthesis, characterization, and enhanced properties study. The abstract for the paper is the increasing concern for environmental sustainability and the need for efficient and green chemical synthesis have been driven the development of alternative methods for producing new compound. Compared to more conventional techniques, ultrasonic irradiation offer improved preparation yields, a quicker reaction time, and more comfortable conditions. The use of ultrasonication is a green and efficient synthetic methods. The utilizes sound waves to initiate chemical reaction. We optimized various reaction parameters such as solvent, temperature, catalyst, amount, and reaction time to identify the best reaction conditions for the synthesis of the derivatives. Using morpholin as a catalyst in an aqueous condition at ultrasonic irradiation method, ethyl 2-oxo-4-phenyl 1234 tetrahydro 1,8-naphthyridine 3-carboxylate and its derivative were synthesized by taking advantages of this. Synthesized compound were conformed through IR, 1H, NMR, C13 NMR, and mass spectra. These methods provides us modern green platform to synthesize and optimize ethyl 2-oxo-4-phenyl 1,2,3,4 tetrahydro 1,8-naphthyridine 3-carboxylate derivatives. Thank you.
Hello everyone, myself Mahima Singh, PhD scholar from Monarch University. My subject is botany and the topic for my PhD is extraction, characterization and application of edible dye from selected plant. So basically I am presenting a poster for the virtual conference on Viksit Bharat under the theme Environmental Sustainability. My topic is plant dyes, sustainable alternative to synthetic dyes. So basically India is a tropical country full of natural resources like plants. Plants are very much capable to give the natural colors, and colors can be the color complexes which are imparting colors, vibrant colors to our food, fibers, papers, cosmetics, hair, etc. to make them look very good and more attractive. So these colors can be more safer, and these colors can be produced naturally by means of different and various plant parts like roots, stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. See, the natural color extracted from them are much safer as compared to our synthetic dyes, as they are biodegradable, they are non-toxic, they are non-hazardous, they are non-carcinogenic. And with this they are having so many properties like they're antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, and with so much of good properties, we should definitely go for the plant dye. So basically it is standing into the all three pillars of sustainability also, that is, it is environmental friendly also, it can be socially accepted also, it is good for the social environment, and it is economic also. So we should definitely go for it. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. Here I want to represent my research work, which is based on structural characterization of cadmium sulfide polyvinyl alcohol, means CDS PVA nanocomposites, in view of their applications in solar cells. Myself Amardeep Mishra, and my guide name is Dr. Tanmay Kumar R. Pandit. He is the Dean of Faculty of Science Department of Monarch University. Here I want to abstract the research work of mine. The cadmium sulfide is a promising material for solar cell applications due to its excellent optical and electrical properties. In this study, we investigate the structural characteristics of CDS polyvinyl alcohol nanocomposites, which are potential candidates for use in solar cells. The CDS PVA nanocomposites are synthesized using a simple chemical method, and their structural properties are characterized using X-ray diffraction, means XRD, scanning, electron microscopy, SEM, and the most important one is Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy, FTIR. The XRD analysis reveals the formation of single phase hexagonal CDS structure, while the SEM images show the presence of well dispersed CDS nanoparticles within the PVA matrix. The FTIR analysis confirms the presence of functional groups associated with PVA and CDS, and the optical properties of CDS PVA nanocomposites are studied using UV spectroscopy. The result indicate a blue shift in the absorption age, which is attributed to the quantum confinement effect. The structural, optical and FTIR properties of the CDS PVA nanocomposites are further correlated with their potential applications in solar cell. Overall, our findings suggest that CDS PVA nanocomposites have great potential for use in high efficiency solar cells. And the research topic of mine is the study of dielectric and physical properties of cadmium sulfide and its nanoparticles. Here are some keywords: cadmium sulfide, polyvinyl alcohol, nanocomposites, solar cell, structural characterization, X-ray diffraction, scanning electron microscopy, Fourier transform, infrared spectroscopy, optical properties, quantum confinement effect. Now I want to share something related to my research work is that when I did the practicals to combine CDS and PVA, so we have some chemical synthesis method, simple chemical method in which the PVA, polyvinyl alcohol, is heated at 70 degrees Celsius and then it is stirred with the help of magnetic stirrer. Similarly, we will do the process for CDS, but in this case we sonicated, means the sonication process were done with CDS cadmium sulfide at least 4 hours. The PVA is stirred around 1 hour, CDS is sonicated around 4 hours, and then we both combine, we combine both of them, and then the layers that we combine during that stirrer process, so we just put it, the combination we put it in a oven, and this oven is kept these two combined mixture of materials around for 8 to 10 hours, so that we got a thinnest layer with the combination of CDS and PVA. After that we did its FTIR. In that process we got to know that the CDS that we used in our formation, it is 10 milligram for 10 ml and PVA is 4 gram for 100 ml of water. But when the FTIR done, then what happened, we observed that there is a 74.2% of presence of CDS in that sample or mixture, and there is 98.8% presence of PVA in that mixtures. Now we will do the further tentative plan for the upcoming term is to validate or authenticate the trial measurement in depth comparison with the reported values will be carried out. Actual measurements with various characterization techniques will also be followed in the next terms. Outcomes will be analyzed in detail with the support of literature accordingly. Accurately interpreted data along with its real life applications will be reported in Scopus indexed or UGC CARE approved journal. Thank you.
Title of my research: Dielectric Relaxation Spectroscopy of Battery Manufacturing Materials, PVA, PVP, Nickel Cadmium over the frequency range of 50 Hz to 1 MHz. Presented by Ankit Hotani, myself, and my research guide Dr. Tanmay Pandit, Department of Physics, Jeel Goswami College of Science and Research, Faculty of Science, Monarch University, Vahilal, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, India. Dielectric relaxation spectroscopy is a powerful technique for characterizing the electrical properties of materials, particularly in the frequency range of 50 Hz to 1 MHz. In this study, we employ DRS, that is dielectric relaxation spectroscopy, to investigate the dielectric properties of a composite material composed of polyvinyl alcohol PVA or polyvinyl pyrroliodin PVP and nickel cadmium particles, which are commonly used in battery manufacturing. The relaxation behavior of the composite is analyzed over the frequency range of interest, and the results are correlated with the microstructure and composition of the material. The influence of the processing parameters such as temperature, pressure on the dielectric properties is also investigated. Our findings provide valuable insights into the electrical behavior of battery manufacturing materials and can inform the design and optimization of battery systems. The results of this study have implications for the development of high-performance batteries with improved energy storage and charging capabilities. Keywords includes dielectric relaxation spectroscopy, battery manufacturing materials, polyvinyl alcohol, polyvinyl pyrroliodin, nickel cadmium, electrical properties, microstructure, composition, processing parameters, frequency range, high performance batteries.
Greetings, I am Roop Kamal, honored to serve as an assistant professor at City University in Ludhiana, Punjab. It is with great enthusiasm that I present this paper entitled Unveiling Self-Discovery and Resilience, Exploring Empowerment Through Mistress of Spices and the Palace of Illusions. In today's rapidly evolving world, the imperative necessity of women's empowerment transcends mere contemporary discourse. It stands as a linchpin for societal development. Viksit Bharat, embodying progress and equity, underscores the pivotal role of women in shaping a nation's trajectory towards inclusive growth. As daughters, sisters, mothers, and wives, women fulfill diverse roles pivotal for nurturing future generations and propelling societal progress. Thus, fostering women's empowerment is not just a moral duty, but a strategic imperative for nation building. Literature serves as a potent catalyst for advocating women's empowerment, challenging traditional gender roles, and amplifying marginalized voices. Through the lens of literature, particularly the works of Chitra Banerjee Divakarani, this paper delves into the multifaceted aspects of empowerment, highlighting the transformative journey towards self-discovery and resilience. Divakarani's Mistress of Spices and the Palace of Illusions illuminate the path to empowerment through characters like Tilu and Draupadi. Tilu's journey from rejection to the mastery of mystical powers in Mistress of Spices exemplifies resilience and determination. Similarly, Draupadi's narrative in the Palace of Illusion showcases her resilience and agency within a patriarchal society, embodying empowerment and amidst adversity. Divakarani's literary mission extends beyond narratives. It actively engages with real-world issues affecting women. Her works delved into the struggle of marginalized women advocating for societal change. Through Tilu and Draupadi, Divakarani underscores the transformative potential of women's agency, echoing the vision of Viksit Bharat. Therefore, contemporary literature through authors like Divakarani plays a pivotal role in advancing gender equality and societal change. By provoking critical dialogue and inspiring collective action, these narratives contribute to a broader discourse on social justice and equality. Navigating through the complexities of the modern world, leveraging literature becomes essential for effective, positive change and fostering a more equitable and inclusive society. Through engagement and diverse narratives, we can continue towards a future where all voices and experiences are valued and respected. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I am Anshu Mala Sharma, an assistant professor at City University, and I am honored to present to you today a groundbreaking research paper titled Forging Trails for Women's Collective Empowerment, a diverse strategy in advancing Viksit Bharat. The research delves into the intricacies of women's empowerment within Viksit Bharat, advocating for a holistic approach rooted in collective action and intersectionality. It contends that conventional paradigms are inadequate in addressing the multifaceted challenges faced by women, urging a reimagining of empowerment as a collective endeavor that encompasses diverse identities and systems of oppression. By recognizing the interconnectedness of factors like race, ethnicity, class, sexuality, and ability, the study underscores the need for inclusive strategies that resonate with the diverse experiences of women within Viksit Bharat and beyond. Education and knowledge, empowerment, and central for societal transformation, unlocking human potentials and fostering inclusivity. By infusing curricula with diverse perspectives, institutions can equip individuals with critical thinking skills to challenge societal norms. Addressing cultural barriers and patriarchal norms is crucial for creating environmental where women can fully participate and thrive. The paper calls for a roadmap prioritizing inclusivity and collaboration to advance women's empowerment within Viksit Bharat, aiming for a future where every woman has equal opportunities to contribute meaningfully. Thank you for your attention and for joining me on this journey towards empowering women and advancing Viksit Bharat. Together, let's seize this moment to catalyze transformative change and build a more equitable and inclusive society for all. Thank you very much for listening.
Hello everyone. I, Ritu Balla, honored to serve as Assistant Professor at City University, Ludhiana, Punjab. I am honored to present my paper on topic Fostering Ethical Leadership. The indispensable role of spirituality and moral ethics in nurturing India's youth for national development. Spirituality in its truest sense, it's not about the religion or dogma, but about a deep sense of connection to something greater than oneself. Moral ethics, on the other hand, are the principles that guide our behavior and our decisions. They are the compass that points us in the direction of what is right and what is wrong, of what is just and what is unjust. When we embrace moral ethics, we are more likely to act with integrity, honesty, and fairness. When we combine spirituality with moral ethics, when we integrate these values into our leadership, something transformative happens. We need to create a culture that values ethical leadership, that recognizes and rewards those who lead with integrity and compassion. We need to hold our leaders accountable, to demand transparency and honesty, and to ensure that they always act in the best interest of the people they serve. For this, I believe, from climate change to poverty, from inequality to injustice, we need leaders who are not just skilled and knowledgeable, but also ethical and compassionate. We need leaders like Daisaku Ikeda, Shri Shri Ravi Shankar, who can inspire us and contribute us for Viksit Bharat. Thank you.
Everyone, my name is Daya Vagani and I am research scholar at Maharaja Krishna Kumar Singh Ji Bhavnagar University. In this conference, I am going to present my paper titled as Biotechnology and Bioethics, Examining the Role of Science in Margaret Atwood's Oryx and Crake and the Year of the Flood. I am going to present here my abstract of this paper. This research investigates the complex relationship between biotechnology and bioethics in Margaret Atwood's seminal novel such as Oryx and Crake and the Year of the Flood. Through a close examination of key themes, characters, plots and elements, this study illuminates Margaret Atwood's profound exploration of the ethical implication of scientific progress. In both the novel, Atwood constructs dystopian future where biotechnological advancement have reshaped human existence, raising pressing questions about the moral responsibilities of scientists and the potential consequences of unchecked technological innovation. Drawing on theoretical frameworks from bioethics and science fiction studies, this paper scrutinizes Atwood's nuanced portrayal of genetical engineering, corporate greed and environmental degradation, shedding light on the broader societal discourse surrounding the intersection of science and morality. By analyzing the ethical dilemmas faced by the characters such as Crake, Jimmy, or we can say Snowman, and the Goat's Gardeners, this paper emphasizes the importance of considering the ethical dimensions of scientific research and technological development. Through Atwood's masterful storytelling, readers are challenged to critically engage with the ethical complexities of biotechnology and to reflect on the implication of scientific progress for human society and the natural world. This research contributes to a deeper understanding of ethical challenges posed by emerging biotechnologies and highlights the need of integrating ethical consideration into scientific practice and policy making. Thank you.
A very good evening to all of you. I am Dr. Pooja Srivastav, Assistant Professor, Department of English from Vedant University, Jamshedpur, Jharkhand. The title of my research paper is Vision of Blue Sky, Hopeful Prospect of Hierarchy. The vision of developed nation provides opportunity to every citizen to envisage towards the country they want to see in the future at the completion of 100 years of freedom from colonization. Development and nourishment of a family is dependent on the positive aim of each member and maintenance of equality among them. It demands for social and communal responsibility and civic engagement. There had been great writers who have tried to bring awareness through their writing about the negative aspect of social inequality in the society. The novel Animal Farm by George Orwell aptly tells about the consequence of absolute power, loss of ideology, and corruption in the society. The consequence of class differences and the dominancy of the hierarchy, where Napoleon, a pig, and the other pigs represented the ruling class, while other animals of the farm represent the lower class. Finally, it leads to demolition of the animal farm in the novel. This in fact portrays the political condition of the present time of the society. Few upper class people are ruling and making the lower class feel inferior. This condition continues till the lower class is suppressed to an extent of being demotivated and visionless. Even in the novel To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, this also reflects the social impartiality on the ground of color and race, where a black man, Tom Robinson, was accused of raping a white girl, which actually he did not, and when Atticus Finch, another white man, took his case and tried to defend him, then people of Maycomb, South America, stood against him, and it became difficult for the judge to give any judgment as the case became a matter of racial prejudice. It brings the deeply rooted racism in not only among the people but even within the legal system in the deep South community where the story is set. When racial hatred runs so deep in the community, then the imagination of blossoming country becomes a dream of every individual. The main protagonist in the whole situation was a 9-year-old girl scout and her brother Tom. This scenario brings the real picture of the society that the child who are considered to be the future of a nation are being engrossed with the evil thought of the people. This upbringing can never make them feel motivated towards a bright future. Thank you.
I am Indrani Sengupta here, and my paper is Encouraging Women to Become Financially Independent, an investigation on indirect laborers. An important indicator of societal advancement, welfare, and women's empowerment is financial independence. The objective of this study is to determine the extent to which financial independence contributes to women's empowerment. A questionnaire was used to schedule interviews with 24 women employees who are involved in indirect labor in order to obtain data at random from primary sources. Simple tables, graphs, and factor analysis have been used to analyze the data to determine if they have achieved financial independence and are empowered as a result. 5 factors were identified in order to explore their financial independence: personal, societal, institutional, view of women's leadership abilities, and challenges related to women's empowerment. Among all factors, women's leadership potential and institutions played a major role in their empowerment. Conversely, social and personal variables continued to be the least effective in preventing them from advancing in their careers, being financially independent, and feeling more empowered overall.
Greetings of the day to everyone. I'm Dipti Kothari. I'm presenting a poster under Environmental Sustainability titled Building a Sustainable Future, Discharge Printing's Role in Environmental Stewardship. Background: discharge printing is a type of textile print where color removing agent is applied on a dyed fabric and we get a near white print on dark background. This is achieved by using oxidizing or reducing agent that chemically react with the dye chromophore and make it colorless. It is also known as extract printing, the two types being white and color discharge. Evolution of discharge printing. Bleachers was used in 19th century to selectively remove unwanted dye from fabrics to create patterns. Later, with the advancement of industrial revolution and uses of chemicals like stannous chloride, sodium formaldehyde sulfoxylate and zinc formaldehyde sulfoxylate, advantages was seen that these chemicals would produce near white discharge. After print fabric was soft to feel, fine and intricate designs were possible to create. With these, the popular fashion trends were given being strawberry thief, polka dots, custom print t-shirts, but marked disadvantages were seen that remains of tin and formaldehyde would release in wastewater as effluent if left untreated. Artisans working with the chemical would face health hazards related to skin and respiratory tract over the time. Awareness with this was seen in textile designers, and in recent year experimentation is started with eco-friendly discharging agents, namely oxalic acid, hydrogen peroxide, enzymes, ozone, potassium permanganate, digital discharge print and resist discharge print. With the use of these eco-friendly discharging agent, advantages are minimal impact on environment, less likely to release harmful toxins or cause allergic reactions which make it safer for artisans, often biodegradable and less likely to contribute to water pollution, serves to those consumers who are increasingly seeking products that are produced using sustainable and eco-friendly practices, long-term savings by reducing the costly environmental remediations, regulatory fines and health-related expenses. With this, we can positively conclude that achieving the same effect as traditional discharge printing, also known for its classic appeal, is now feasible with contemporary fashion designs by employing eco-friendly discharging agent and build a sustainable future, which holds true to the sayings given by Wangari Maathai, the environment and the economy are really both two sides of the same coin. If we cannot sustain the environment, we cannot sustain ourselves. Thank you.
My name is Dr. Nitin Kumar Pithadia. The title of my research paper is Towards Viksit Bharat, Eco-Conscious Narratives and Sustainable Aspirations in Contemporary Indian English Fiction. This paper investigates how contemporary Indian English fiction grapples with the question of environmental issues and sustainable development within the context of Viksit Bharat, India's ambitious drive towards developed nation status. Employing an eco-critical lens, the study dissects three prominent contemporary Indian English novels to explore how literature engages with themes of eco-consciousness, sustainable development, and the social and environmental implications of India's development trajectory. Amitav Ghosh's The Hungry Tide is a perfect fiction of eco-fiction. This novel transports us to the Sundarban Delta, a fragile ecosystem confronting both climate change and the encroachment of industrial development. Through contrasting narratives of a marine biologist, P.R. Roy, and a local fisherman, Fauke, the novel critiques large-scale projects that prioritize immediate economic benefits over long-term sustainability, echoing concern about true cost of progress. Kiran Desai's The Inheritance of Loss expands the geographical scope, juxtaposing the wasteful consumerism of an Indian immigrant family in the US with stark environmental degradation faced by Nepali villager. The novel reminds us that the pursuit of Viksit Bharat cannot come at the expense of marginalized communities and environmental integrity. Roy's The Ministry of Utmost Happiness paints a multifaceted picture of contemporary India where ecological struggles intersect with broader issues of social justice and human rights. By amplifying marginalized voices and critiquing the environmentally destructive practices, the novel advocates for an eco-conscious approach to development that upholds ecological justice and ensures equitable distribution of resources, envisioning alternative futures. These novels go beyond a mere critique, offering glimpses of alternative futures that prioritize ecological well-being. The Hungry Tide celebrates traditional ecological knowledge and community-based conservation efforts, suggesting a path towards development that respects local wisdom and ensure long-term ecological well-being. The Inheritance of Loss explores themes of degrowth and rediscovering simplicity, challenging readers to move beyond the dominant narratives of consumerism and envisioning a future where human well-being is decoupled from unsustainable consumption patterns. The Ministry of Utmost Happiness portrays the grassroots activism and community resistance as pathways towards ecological justice, offering hope for a future where development serves the needs of both people and the planet.
Good day, everyone. Let me start by saying a thank you to the respected people concerned to give me this platform to talk on, and a thank you to every one of you for listening to me patiently. My introduction first. I'm Jayashree Karkatia, and presently I'm doing my PhD research in the field of early childhood education. One of the topics that I have been working on, and which is very close to my heart, is storytelling for the foundation years, that is children between the age groups of 3 and 6. The paper that I'm talking about right now is titled Storytelling Aids for the Foundation Years, and it has 4 parts. 1, where I tell you the importance of storytelling. 2nd, I make you aware of the traditional storytelling aids that we have in our country. 3rd is the modern day usage of the aids presently in the different preschool centers and schools. And 4th, which is the most important part of my research, is where I have tried to combine the traditional form of storytelling with the present day tools. So, importance of storytelling will include everything. It helps in social development, language development, phonic development, concept development, helps us with their moral development, helps us to make a child learn about sympathy, empathy, respect for others, and so many other topics that they need to learn. Where the second topic is concerned for the paper is the traditional forms of storytelling, which are so many, right from wooden toys like the Chitrakuti ones from Maharashtra to the various paintings like the Pahari paintings and the Warli paintings. We have stuffed toys which come from different states again. We have embroidery done on quilts, which also tells us stories about the regular daily activities of the people of that region, and many more. Even the leather puppets from Karnataka are very famous for their shadow theatre. These are the ancient and the traditional ways of storytelling. The third is the present day scenario, where most of the schools are using maybe the digital media or the laptop, or they are using ready-made books, or maybe puppets which are also made like ready-made puppets. Yes, some of the teachers are there who make handmade aids like flashcards and all, but these are very limited. The final point to mention here is, in this paper, I have tried to create teaching aids in such a way that we use the traditional arts to form the present day aids. For example, Warli painting being used in flashcards to tell a story about two cats and a monkey, or maybe an embroidery is used to tell the story of a hare and a tortoise, or maybe Kawad is made, a wooden teaching aid to tell the story of the Ramayana or the Mahabharata. So here, what I am trying to put an importance on is being vocal for local, which will make the aids cheaper, give some work to our artisans who are looking for work presently, make our children aware of the traditional arts and craft and the rich heritage that we have. So at the end, I'll say that instead of calling my paper storytelling aids for the foundation years. I am calling it Katha with Kala. Thank you for your time. Good day.
A study of academic building of cultural, devotional and economical heritage at Prakash Tirth, currently known as Prakasha Taluka Shada, District Nandurbar. Professor Dr. Kailas Ratilal Chavan, myself, exploring the various views in Kanadesh. Kanadesh, or the land of Krishna according to the original story. Khandesh is given the meaning of Khandavan in Mahabharata. Khind means the way going through the mountain, that is Khandesh. Krishna and Balaram, so as learned at Avanti Ujjain, spent a period of 64 days in Guru Sandipani's ashram. Krishna learned 14 Chauda Vidya and 64 Chausashta Kala for cultural development at Kanadesh and used Sarang Dhanush at Sarankheda. Khandavan, Khandesh, Kanadesh means a area. Tapi Panjra Khan river basin is explored. Prakash Tirtha is constantly worshipped in the entire golden green wood sun temple. At present, this place known as Prakasha. Vishwakarma children, Gujar carpenters are the builders of the temple and the flag of reason. Thed Gujri language is a mixture of Gujarati, Marathi, Nemadi and Hindustani. Gurav is a Shiva worshipper and plays the huge sanai, shankh and shing horn with great skill in the marriages. Also singers or poet do poetry. Pushpadanta, poet, Prakasha, Shivastotra composition and sing such lines are written in history. His memorial is the Pushpadanteshwar temple. The tourism department of the Maharashtra government has declared the horse festival, Horse Yatra at Sarankheda as a tourist destination. Nandibul, Nandirath is famous for Pulakkad, horse riding and horse buying and selling. That Sarankheda, Mandana, Shakambari, Kathir Digar Mallar Yatra, Kartika, Ashtamba, Ashtrathama, Rishi Mountain, Shikhar Yatra, Toranmal, Guru Gorakshnath and Vadipada, Mahashivratri, Ahamogi Yatra are in Nandurbar district. Kanubai's road is celebrated enthusiastically in Khandesh. It is also the festival of ancestors as well as study in various areas. On the second day of Makar Sankranti or on the second day of Akshay Tritiya, the program of installing Veer Vardakhin or Varjakhan is celebrated in a traditional way. Way of worship is a part of protection, but some traditional bad habits may ignore. Kathi Rajwadi Holi is very famous. Outdoor wedding is a community wedding celebration. The theatre presentation was spectacular. The drumming turn and the music alternative. Literature is a sacred handwriting act and present it is an enlightened entertainment. Hutatma Smarak, Swatantrata Sangram Memorial are located at Nandurbar and Shada respectively. Kurta, Sadra, Dhotar or recently t-shirt pant necking method has been followed. Married women wear saris, gold ornaments in the neck and a holly cotton thread Mangal Sudra made of black glass beads, while gold or glass bangles in the hats. The houses are of wooden roofs or cement concrete. A study of academic building of cultural, devotional and economical heritage at Prakash Tirth, currently known as Prakasha, by exploring various historical views. Keywords: tourist places, speeches, writing, poetry, singing, travel, festival, costumes, gold, silver and glass jewelry, Kanubai Road, Guru Gorakshnath Bakar, Mallar Bhandara, Dattatula, Naman Bhajan, Kirtan Tamasha, Bhagat, Dankya, freedom fighters and Hutatma Memorial, Nalit, Lalitotsav are the keywords can be used for a research paper.
Myself Urja Santania, student of SMT KSN Kansagra Mahila College, 4th SEM English Literature. I am presenting the milieu of a novel Pita Putra, Father and Son by Homen Borgehoin. Homen Borgehoin, a talented Assamese writer, explored important social and political ideas in his work, especially in his most important book Pita Putra. The story is set in a rural village in Assam during the time of India's independence in 1947. It follows the life of Shivnath, who represents the struggle between outward appearance and inner feelings. The village of Maguli reflects the hopes and challenges of pre-independence India. Farmer in the village wanted freedom from British rule, but they also worried about what would come after. Different groups had different ideas about what freedom means. Some wanted better lives while others sought power. As India gained independence, there were dreams of better society without poverty, illiteracy and caste discrimination. But change brought its own problem. For example, stirred hopes and fear in Maguli, shaking up old power structure and social rules. The story ends with a powerful question from Soumitra, a minor character, showing the struggle of youth people in India as they navigate changing norms and unfairness of society. Bourgeois's storytelling and vivid descriptions make readers think about what real freedom means and its ongoing fight for a fairer world. Thank you.
One and all, my name is Zil Khatiwala and I am currently a research scholar at Twin Narmad South Gujarat University, Surat, Gujarat. My topic for presentation is Inclusive Education and Mother Tongue, an overview on challenges and benefits of mother tongue based education. Moving towards the paper, after independence, literacy of the country was very low. According to the Times of India 2022, the literacy rate has increased from a mere 18.3% in 1951 to 74.4% in 2018. This is only quantitative data. What about the quality of education? When we talk about the quality of education, it includes linguistically, culturally, and along with it, many other aspects are dealt with which help in building and developing the nation. In 1835 Minutes of Macaulay, he says one thing, I quote, India in blood and color, but English in tastes, in opinions, in morals and in intellect, unquote. This is analyzed as Indians should learn the Western language, have Western thoughts and work for the Western people. Because of the perception till today, people are learning English and parents are getting their children admission to English medium schools. But do the children get proper knowledge or understanding of the concepts in a language with which they are not well versed yet? When we talk about the quality of education and when we deal with communication skills, it includes LSRW as well. People are not well versed in the mother tongue as well because of code mixing and code switching during the conversation, during the communication. This leads to not a proper base, not a fundamental clear in mother tongue as well as new foreign language. Despite of having challenges, there are benefits as well of having a mother tongue based education. It helps to strengthen the cultural identity. It helps to learn new language quickly as fundamentals of the mother tongue are made clear. Fluency in language boosts confidence, helps in building better communication skills as well. So, having challenges doesn't mean that the education system, this educational approach is not going to work well. So, to conclude my paper, despite of these hurdles, despite of many challenges which are faced by the people, the paper underscores the significant advantages associated with incorporating mother tongue into inclusive education. Thank you.
Good morning to one and all. Myself, Rukmini Murugesan, research scholar in commerce from Madurai Kamaraj University, under the guidance of Dr. V. Manohar, Associate Professor in Commerce from VHNSN College, Virudhunagar. My paper title is Financial Literacy Practice, a Catalyst for Women's Empowerment. Over the past few years, the concept of financial literacy and financial education has risen in the policies of academicians, social groups, business people, government bodies, organizations, and policymakers. A lot of research has been done in the past on the concept of financial education, either from policy perception or realistic perception. Many researchers and policymakers strive to offer a conceptual definition of financial literacy through many studies. OECD also made a great attempt to study about the financial literacy among the member countries. Experts feel that knowing about financial literacy and putting it into practice are two completely different things. My present research topic is also financial literacy among women in Vizianagaram district, Andhra Pradesh. The studies have been carried out to understand the concept of financial literacy through determinants, namely financial knowledge, financial skills, financial attitude, and financial behavior. With these four determinants, one's financial literacy can be analyzed. Women's empowerment and financial literacy go hand in hand. Increasing women's financial literacy will assist them in more effectively achieving their life and career goals. Financial literacy serves as a catalyst for women's empowerment through which women can become economically independent and financially educated. This paper serves as a sample guide to practice financial literacy from scratch. Any woman, irrespective of their backgrounds, can easily understand how to put financial literacy in practice and empower themselves in either personal life or professional life. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dharmishta Mistry. My paper title is Analysis Specific IT Stocks Through the CAPM Model. Now I read my abstract. In India, stocks are mainly traded on two important stock exchanges. The Bombay Stock Exchange, that means BSE, and the National Stock Exchange, that means NSE. Most major companies in India are listed on both exchanges, offering various securities like equity share, preference share, debenture, warrant, bonds, and mutual fund. Investors use this platform to buy and sell shares, aiming to earn extra income. Every investment involves two crucial elements, return and risk. Since there is no completely risk-free investment, a certain level of risk investable. Smart investors seek the highest return with the minimal risk. This paper analyzed the risk and return of selected stock in the Indian IT sector using this capital asset pricing model, that means CAPM model. The CAPM model is employed forecast stock price movement, providing valuable suggestion for IT sector investors on whether to buy or sell securities at the current time based on the analysis. Now, I presented my keyword CAPM model, stock exchange, investment and risk and return. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Neha and my subject under Viksit Bharat of sharing knowledge by the leaders and the youth is the impact of artificial intelligence on human culture. First of all, let us know what is AI. AI is a branch of computer knowledge that focuses on the intelligence of machines. Okay, we all are knowing that in this era, in this generation, we all are surrounded by technologies, and nowadays we can't think of any of our day without using any kind of machine. So, as per our viewpoint, we can get a lump sum of advantages by using the machines if it is utilized properly. Though there are disadvantages on the other side too. No doubt, we know that the IT sector has played a major role towards the development of India, and still we all are using it not properly. So if used properly and taking the advantages from the artificial intelligence for our day-to-day growth, for our enhancement of the career, we can optimum utilize this facility and can use it more efficiently.
Hello everyone, myself Jalpa Chauhan from Bhavnagar. I have studied on corporate social responsibility of State Bank of India. I have taken SBI, how much they have spent on the corporate social responsibility activity, how much they have considered as their budget, and how much they have go for the actual expenses. As per the Reserve Bank of India's norms and rules and regulation based, company or any kind of the bank, they can go for 1% of their net profit of the previous year. They can go for the CSR activities and they can make a budget for that as a CSR activity. So SBI is also very traditionally, they can also follow this CSR culture, and they are also going for the contribution of the CSR. And in that I have taken the particular time period, and basically in that how much bank have invested in that. As we know, the CSR activities for the social welfare and for the whatever the weaker section of the society, they can get a benefit of that also, and they can also get that kind of the benefit which ultimately make a growth in the particular country, and that make a growth and development in that. So CSR is very much important marketing tools also, and they can go for the social welfare and economical development of the overall society. So CSR activities, how much done by the SBI during the particular time period that I have studied. So basically I have go for the descriptive analysis, and based on that I have statusized that, and I have considered the SBI, which is a very much first largest bank in the public sector banks. Thank you.